Hey guys, what's going on? This is Veda Day 3. I hope you can hear me. I left work about, currently 5:55. I left work at about 10 after 5 and I've moved about, I'd say 3 kilometers from my work. So, this is being a long day. It's rainy as hell, thunder and lightning, and I'm not sure what this is all about. So, welcome back, and I'll see you when I get home. It is currently 6:34, and I'm just pulling into my driveway now. I love that. I'm always walking in the truck, but anyhow, back on the vlog camera. Sorry, I hit stop there by accident. Back on the vlog camera. It's already 7:30. I had to still upload and make a thumbnail for yesterday's vlog, since I didn't get a chance to do it last night. And now I just gotta go out to, I guess, McDick's and get something to eat. And I'd like to finish up that sub box tonight if I can. I was going to install it in the truck too, but it's raining and I don't have a garage where I can pull this in, and I'm not working out in the rain. So yeah. Alright, I'm finally back home. I just want to go tell a bit of a story and see what you guys think, because this kind of really bothers me how some people can do things like this. To some of you it might not seem like a big deal, but to me it seems like a pretty big deal. So, to give you a bit of a background, I work at a shop, and there's a car dealership beside the shop. Now, as you know, I drive a 1992 Chevrolet 1500 pickup truck that's in really good shape. Parked beside my truck is a car that I was fixing at this car dealership. Now, the dealer decided to show somebody, a possible buyer, this vehicle that was parked beside my truck. Now, there were two guys out there, two dealers, the main guy and another guy, and then there were the two customers. Now, this part it bothers me, but it wasn't the biggest part of this. The one car dealer, who, I hate to say it, but he's actually my father, is out there, and the two customers are out there, and they're leaning on the front of my truck, like full on leaning on it. And to me, that's not something you do to a car that's not yours. So that on its own seemed, I don't know. Like, you don't go up to some random car and just lean on it. Your clothes could scratch the paint or whatever. And you think as a car dealer, they would know that. Now, that wasn't the really big part. The other part was that the other guy, who wasn't my father, who is trying to get this car going. The car doesn't even run, and for whatever reason, they're trying to sell this car. I guess they didn't know it didn't run, or I don't know how, because I personally told him, as the guy was walking in, he asked what was wrong with it as he was getting the keys, and I said, this car does not run. So he grabbed a booster pack. I said, no, the car does not start. It has an electrical issue. And he said, even with a boost it won't start? Yes, even with a boost the car will not start. So he takes the booster pack out and he's out there and the engine's cranking and cranking and cranking for probably 15-20 seconds. And while he's doing that, his dealer plate, I guess we're going to take this thing on a test drive. His dealer plate is sitting on the hood of my truck. So you have a metal license plate sitting on the hood of a truck that, again, is not yours. And he's lucky he didn't scratch it. At that point, I look out front and I see this going on. I see the plate sitting there and I see two people leaning on the truck. Now again, the leaning on the truck part I'm not happy about, but I can live with. The fact that you put your license, especially when you're a car dealer and you know whose vehicle it is, and you know how I feel towards my vehicle, and the car, it's not like it's a piece of junk. There's not a scratch on it. And you throw a fucking metal license plate on it. Well, I saw that and just lost it and just dropped what I was doing and ran out and yelled at them. You know, like, who do you think you are putting that plate? And then I threw the plate at them. And the customers looked at me like, I don't know, who's this asshole type of thing. But, you know, I walk out and I'm like, does this look like a table to you? No, it's not a table. It is the hood of a classic car. And I threw the plate at them and walked away. And then the customer just after walked away because the car didn't even fucking run. And he's trying to sell them this car as a good deal. And I don't understand. I'm still baffled that they did that. Especially considering the same two guys I've yelled at, or not yelled at, but I've talked to more than once about leaning on cars that wasn't theirs. And I try to explain, like, if you had a $100,000 Corvette sitting in, which they own, sitting in your lot, and I went out and leaned on it, would you be mad? Yes. Why? Okay, my vehicle is obviously not worth $100,000, but paint job on a $1,000 car or a $5,000 car versus a paint job on a $100,000 car is still a paint job, and to get it done decently is not cheap. And that's what I don't understand. Why does the value of the car affect whether you're going to lean on it or not? Even if the car wasn't in very good condition, that's not your car to lean on. Do you go to a car show and just, oh, that's a nice car, I'm going to lean on it? Like, why were you leaning in the first place? You were there 2 minutes. You can't possibly be tired. Anyhow, that was my day. It's all solid now, so I think I'm going to take the sander, just kind of go around it. For whatever reason, first I couldn't understand why everything didn't line up perfectly and why things weren't necessarily the same length, like why we're flush here but we're sticking out here. What I actually noticed was, let me line this up, try to show you. There's my fence locked in. Now I got about half a finger there and about 3/4 of a finger there. So this fence, it is bent or something's not right. And I didn't realize that. So I gotta look into that because that's no good. Hopefully, there's now like I got a gap there and it's flush there. Which shouldn't have happened if the fence was proper. So it's nothing major, we're talking a couple millimeters, so I'm gonna just take the sand and try and smooth it all out. It's all done. You're perfectly even all the way around. You can't even feel the seams. So I'm gonna see what to do next. I guess it looks okay like that, but I want to maybe look into wrapping it. I do have some wrap or painting it, but for now I guess I can probably just put it together. So the rain actually held off and I was able to start wiring up the subwoofer box. It did actually fit behind the seat, which is a good thing, and I got the amp under the driver's side of the seat. Sorry, that was a mosquito. And I got the wires running off the deck. That's all hooked up and going to the amp. I don't have the remote wire hooked up on the amp, I just have the RCAs. And then I lost daylight, so I wasn't running the power wire all the way through the firewall. I'm trying to find a spot then, and the mosquitoes are out, so that's going to be it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.